All right, guys, first things first. Today's a U of I day, I guess, at least for the beginning. I'm very bummy today. We're just going to go to a few stores, pick up a few things. Still need to pick up that adapter for my, hello. So I still need to pick up that adapter. Let me go ahead and show you for what. So still need to pick up the adapter for this to plug into my phone. We have this kind of set up here. Gonna film a YouTube video together today, just making some stuff for my dog, just like some Trader Joe dog treats. So that video will be up tomorrow. Today is basically gonna be us. We're gonna do a couple errands, running around. Gonna go take my pup. Oh, you got eye boogies. I'm gonna take my pup to get his nails trimmed because they're a little long, and he gets freaked out when they're long, walking on wooden floors, which is what we have here. So we're gonna take him. We're gonna take him to go get his nails trimmed, and then we are gonna go ahead and head on over to Target to get that adapter, maybe get a couple other things from Target. So this might end up being a Target haul video, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's gonna be our day today. Unfortunately, I do have to work later, but should have enough time to get everything done. I don't work till around 4, so here we go. Come along with us.
He gets very excited.
Wait.
Do you want a treat? We can talk about a treat. Could you take a picture of it? Okay, yeah, so you can just show us what picture. Let me do 26 cells for the versus 20.
Sure.
26 versus 20.
Sure. They kicked me out because apparently they can only have one pet parent, but Blake is not very happy about me being out here. But yep, only one pet parent per time. But yeah, he's not very happy about me being He's not very happy about me being out here, but I'm gonna move away so that they can take him, because he's really not happy with me being out here. Look, poor buddy. So I'm gonna move out of his line of sight, so so that he can't see me and try to pull towards me. But heartbreaking parts about being a dog parent, that's for sure. So something that's cool about this PetSmart is that it has a pet hotel, which is kind of cute. They like have little suites where you can have your dog in like separate rooms if your dog's like antisocial or like just needs a little bit time away from other dogs. They have a little kitty cottage where the cats can go spend some time away from other cats. But then they also have this day camp right here, doggy day camp, where the dogs like can run around and play with each other. And you can come check in on the dog. Look at all those dogs. We get to go around and play around with each other all day instead of being home alone. And they have a trainer who looks after them, sanitizes between touching each dog, stuff like that. So it's still COVID friendly-ish, but also gives your dog a little bit of chance to socialize while you might be at work, or it would be alone normally. So we haven't taken advantage of that yet, just because normally when I'm at work, Michelle is not, and when Michelle's at work, I'm not. So it's been working out like that pretty consistently. Or when we're both at work, his grandma loves him, so he will go over to his grandma's a lot of time, and there's other dogs over there as well, like I've shown in a past video. So he's never really home alone for too long, if at all. I think the longest he's been home alone since we moved to that apartment has been like maybe 2-3 hours, and that's just like us going to like stores or whatever. So yeah, but we definitely will take advantage of it. Was she sad?
He's so sad, but he's such a good boy. He jumped on the table by himself. He's just shaky. She said that he doesn't really need too much of a nail clip, that more of a grind. Only like 2 of his nails are long for some reason. Let's say
it's because he walks weird.
Yeah.
So like
they don't
normally,
grow evenly.
Normally, when a dog walks on pavement, they're kind of getting their nails grinded down when they walk on the pavement.
He walks like with his butt one way, so
yeah, he kind of walks, instead of walking like straight, he walks like this a lot.
And it's the thing with his hips, and that's like pretty.
Yeah, he has like hip
labs.
dysplasia, so he walks like this sometimes. So his nails will like unevenly get grinded down. So some of them, like his dew claw is super long, but like the rest of his nails on that paw are like totally fine. So like I told Michelle like last week, like, oh, I don't think he needs a nail clipping or anything like that right now because they're pretty short. But then I looked at the rest of them not too long ago, and I was like, well, I mean, I guess some of them can get clipped. But she said she's gonna do a grinding, which is nice, a little bit cheaper, so that works out. I was telling them about the pet hotel.
Oh yeah, it looks
Look,
really
there's a
cute.
lot of dogs over there right now. Look. But you guys have already seen this, so I'm gonna show Michelle really quick.
Oh, I feel like Blake would be so happy.
Hello, little doggies.
Oh my god, this is so cute. Okay. I want to disrupt the peace.
That dog is so cute. The one with its ear like flopped over. It kind of reminds me of
so
Blake in the face.
cute.
Don't you think?
Yeah, that's adorable.
That dog is so cute. I love it. But like I was saying, there's a bunch of dogs over there. Definitely a decent place to leave your dog if you're like at work and you know you can't have someone go out and walk it or something like that. They clean up any pees, any poops. So also not a bad job. You get to just hang around with dogs all day, which is pretty awesome.
Cool. And look, they have a little schedule of your daily activities.
You see, she just squirted one of the dogs because he was bothering another one.
What time is it?
I don't know, what time is it? It is currently 10.
So they're doing fun and games. Next they're
Yeah,
gonna do
10:41.
enrichment and
So,
lunch and treats.
Yeah, they're doing, that's their little schedule that they have for the day. But yeah, pets eat free. Anyway, so yeah, you might have saw this. She squirted one of the dogs with a little bit of water, just because it was being a little rough with one of the other dogs, and the other dog was not feeling it. So if you're a pet parent, you know sometimes dogs will do that. So it's nice to have someone there who can kind of keep the dogs in line and stuff like that, without like punching them or something crazy like that.
I hope not.
But yeah, so it's nice to have kind of have that supervision there. constantly just making sure that all the dogs are safe, making sure all the dogs are fed, happy, everything's clean. If they feed and poo, another dog's not going to go run and eat it, which happens at the dog park way too often. So yeah, it seems like a really cool place. I haven't done it myself, so I'm not like necessarily saying that you guys should go do it. Just putting it out there as something that seems like pretty nice and pretty cool for some dog parents or cat parents who might not have another way to get their pet some company while they're out at work or having a particularly busy day or something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
So I know cooked bones are bad for dogs, and I get it because they like splinter, but I've seen a lot of good things about raw bones. And like, I know a restaurant in Chicago serves like frozen bone marrow bones as like a dog treat if you bring your dog. I don't know. I kind of want to try one for Bubba, but also like he's never had anything raw before. Well, he's had little bits on accident. Like if a piece of chicken falls while we're chopping, he'll eat it and he's fine. But I don't know. If anyone knows something about these, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So this is like the biggest like trend, like cooking your dog actual like human grade food, and like more raw diet and stuff like that. Right now, we are feeding Blake. What are we feeding Blake? Authority. Right now we're feeding Blake this brand right here. Oh no, Science Diet.
Oh, Science Diet. We used to feed him Authority.
We used to feed him Authority. His bowel movements weren't that great on Authority, so we started feeding him Science Diet, which is what the Anti-Cruelty Society gave. Yeah, that's what they gave us to feed him, was actually this exact bag right here when he was a puppy. Yeah, so that bag lasted him like 3 or 4 months when he was a puppy. Now he would definitely tear through that bag in
maybe a week and a half.
Maybe a week. Now he eats
adult, just the regular adult food.
Yeah,
I don't see it.
Somewhere.
At some point he was on Smart Weight.
Yeah, but well, he should probably be on Smart Weight still. He's a little overweight, just between you and I. But anyway, so that's what he eats right now. He's eating Science Diet, but
oh, it's this. Oh no, it's not the 7 Plus.
No, but we are going to be putting him on a more, I guess, healthy diet, where, yeah, after he's almost done with this bag of kibble, we're gonna start transitioning him over to more cooked foods.
Because our other dog, well, not our other dogs, like our other family dogs, they all eat rice with either like ground chicken or ground turkey, or sometimes no meat, and then like peas, carrots, sweet potato, stuff like that. And
Blake loves it. Like, he eats that too, don't get us wrong. Like, he definitely, like, yesterday he spent almost all day with grandma. That's why he ate
2 small meals of that.
Yeah. So we think that's gonna be the way that we're gonna go. We also think it's gonna end up being cheaper,
and also like his lovely grandmother has volunteered to cook for him when we're too busy. Like, she'll make him a big tub that we can just freeze and take out chunks of it. So that's always nice.
Like I said, grandma loves him so much. So that's a great resource. Like, if you guys have families, if you're thinking about, well, if you guys have families who love dogs, or cats, or any type of animal you're gonna get, turtle, whatever it might be, if you guys have family that love that animal, that's a great resource. Don't ever like dismiss that, because it's a great resource to, one, be able to help when you're away. Like, Michelle and I have gone on trips where we will drop our dog off with my parents or her mom, and it will stay there. Blake will stay there the whole time. So that's something that's really helpful on both cost and also just his happiness, because he's obviously going to be way happier with my parents or Michelle's mom than he would be with some stranger taking care of him, where he has to be in a cage for at least a portion of the day. So definitely, if you're thinking about getting a pet, I'll take everything into account. How long are you at home? When are you at home? When are you able to go out on walks? If you're able to go out on walks, take a reflection and like take a second and think, will I take my dog out on walks? Will I change my cat's litter? Just stuff like that. But then also think about your family. Think about the type of family you have. Will my family help if my dog or cat gets into an emergency and I need to pay a very hefty vet bill or something like that? Luckily, Michelle and I have gotten to the place where we have savings for something like that. But in college, he actually bit Michelle's inhaler. So that was very pricey. Obviously, he was fine because we took him to the vet right away. His heart was racing. But I was telling them about, like, if they're thinking about getting a pet, what are some things they should keep in mind. And then also I was telling them, like, make sure to have, like, savings put aside because of, like, the fiasco that we had with Blake and, like, it's too... the fiasco we had with Blake and trying to get him to the hospital as quickly as possible after he bit your inhaler. Yeah. So and how pricey that was. It was very terrifying. I cried, she cried.
It was pricey, but let me tell you, that was as cheap as it was gonna get because they were student vets from the University of Illinois.
Yeah.
So
we got a little lucky just because U of I has, like, one of the best veterinary, like, schools out there. So, like, we felt very confidently going and taking him to that veterinary clinic and that little ER that they have on the U of I campus. So if you are at U of I or any college, I think,
and your dog is grasping to life,
definitely don't hesitate to take them to U of I's clinic or another, like, big university. I'm sure they have a clinic as well. Like, there are actual vets there. They will make sure that your dog or cat or any animal is well taken care of. But it will be just a little bit cheaper.
And also, what was it? I was gonna say, they worked with us financially. Like, we thought, like, oh fuck, we're not gonna be able to afford this. But they literally let us, like, sign up for a credit card. They're like, if you pay within this time, like, don't worry about any fees. And, like, that's the way we were able to pay, like, $300 of it. And everything else came from, like, a little bit of savings.
It ended up being, like, what, like $1,000 something?
Like $1,000-ish.
Yeah.
It came from
which
our
normally
savings,
it would have been, like, probably, like,
credit.
2 to 3,000.
Because he spent the night.
Yeah, he spent the night there. He was on
IV.
meds. The whole 9 yards. They had an IV in his poor little arm. They sent us home because we couldn't stay there overnight. It was the whole thing. We got to visit him and we were crying. And he was shaking and, like, obviously his heart was, like, pounding like crazy. But that all worked out. But just, like, things like that you have to think about, not just only the price of, like, dog food and, like, making sure you can take them out on a walk and stuff like that. You have to think about dog food, taking them out on a walk. When they're a puppy, you have to think about puppy pads. When they're a puppy, you have to think about all the shots that they need to get. Oh, look at my handsome boy. Buddy. Oh, my handsome boy. Like, okay. Hi. Hello. Oh,
does this smell good to you?
I think he wants it.
Okay, we'll get that for you.
Okay. He wants to get out of here. Yeah, you have to think about all that kind of stuff. And you have to also think about, like, things like how many shots they're gonna get. You have to think about what kind of plan you're gonna have the dog on or cat on or any animal that you get, just for, like, health wise. We have Blake on a Banfield plan every year where we pay like $350 to like $400, just like straight up right away off the bat, just to make sure that he's covered for the year. They do have plans where you can pay monthly, but we just opt to go in for the whole year right away so that it's done and we don't have to worry about it until next year. And at the end of the day, $400 for that peace of mind, knowing that your dog is covered if you have to take them to the vet. They have unlimited vet appointments. You don't have to pay you don't have to pay anything for the appointment. You get a certain percentage off of any meds or any procedures that might have to occur. You get all their shots that they need, boosters of and stuff like that, taken care of. So it's just a big sense of relief. For example, Blake needed a round of boosters. I didn't even know. And Banfield called me and they told me that he needed to come in for a comprehensive visit, just to make sure that he was all right and just to make sure that he was updated on all his shots. So I really wasn't feeling Banfield too much for a while, but they really do have a lot of great things. So don't discount them just because they're PetSmart. But yeah, so. Well, I was gonna show you the Target trip, but I think that's gonna end up being a different video because this ended up being kind of a long video anyway. And I think it's gonna be good for you guys out there that are thinking about getting a pet. I think it was kind of informative, so I know I would like to have seen a video like this prior to getting Blake. So yeah, I guess.
Say bye. Say bye. High five.
Good boy.
Can you give a high five? Oh yeah,
Good
say
boy.
bye. Good boy. Again. Can you do it again? No.
No,
Is that
say
one
high
high five?
Good boy.
Yay.